Hi everyone, this is Be Divine. Welcome to September 2025. This is probably the 10th time I'm trying to make this video. I hope that all of you are focused and ready for an interesting month and also doing that little bit of inner work because September, well, we're going into Virgo season, we're in it now, and Virgo is all about health and service and work and connections with how you feel about yourself, little things that you do, little habits that you have as well. And when you are entering into this energy of September, because we have a 7 connected with Sept, 7, and we have the traditional sense of September being 9, or how we know it, right? We are focused on closings as well. So you'll see collapsings, resetting of different structures, and something that's going to start to happen more and more often for you if you are someone who is focusing on the bigger picture of things, is that you're going to see those fractures that have been setting themselves in your field for a little while now. We're going to start seeing things really begin to crash down. So anything that is not positive, anything that's not truthful for you, anything that doesn't match your vibration or anyone or any situation, it will be made very, very clear to you that it's time to move away from it. It's time to go, or it will just collapse and fracture underneath you anyway. Okay, so what we're going to see is this very thing begin to happen with structures that are old, things that have been in place for a really, really long time, control mechanisms that have been in place for a super long time, and connections with opening up and piercing the veil of illusion that's been around humanity. Now, this may sound bizarre, but there has been a veil of illusion placed around humanity and around the earth itself, really, for a very, very long time. And it got even more intensified after World War II. Now, there are going to be structures that begin to, as I said, collapse. This could be the financial system as well, or at least the beginning of this taking place. And the biggest thing here is that it's not a freak out either, because many people will go into panic mode, unfortunately, and many people who are really not working on themselves, but instead are focused on what everybody else is doing or what they're hearing from everybody else, or the fear or the panic or the hate or whatever it is, they're going to go into a different sort of a vibration than those of us who are pulling back, are stepping back, are taking control one day at a time. It doesn't mean that they're bad people or anything like this. It's just a different wavelength. And that fracture, okay, that collapse is going to be much more in your face as well. So we have the financial change. This will come from now and move into January. Like things like gold, for example, this is naturally going to go up, right? Old system eventually won't exist because we don't want that. We want a different type of a currency. We want things to become more fair, right? What's serving you and what's going on with you health-wise is also going to be important in September. And more and more and more we see the false energy fall, crumble, collapse. Systems, programs, people who are not legitimate, people who have been under some kind of false agenda, that energy is also going to be found out, and things like this are going to start to become exposed. So again, we have exposure moving into September, October, November, and into next year. It will keep coming. More and more information will keep coming, also because we have this energy of Pluto right now. And Pluto is going to be around for the next 20 years, sitting in Aquarius. And that is connected with collaborations. It's connected with humanity. Humanity sort of saying we've had enough of this, that, or the other. And the energy being ripe for that to start taking place. Again, no doom and gloom here, just that we will need to prepare for the next part of the journey and make sure that we are in control of how we see things, what we're listening to, who we're letting into our vibration as well. Because I'm telling you, you're going to notice if you are really putting yourself through the paces of healing and change, and you're going through all of these different sensations and situations, it's going to be harder and harder and harder for you to be able to be in the vicinity of negativity, hear it, listen to it, have it around you. So, for me, even when, I'm looking at posts or whatever I'm doing for the day, it's just like, that's lies, that's BS, this person's false, or that's that. And I just able to shift it away from me, right? It's like you have this laser focus on what it is that you need if you're listening. And again, we're waking up this inner flame, this inner essence of who we are, and we're removing the control and the locks and the vaults that we've put in place for so long, right? And now we're letting this all come back out. So you will find resistance to some things that you were clearly interested in. It's like you won't let things bother you as much anymore. You won't let things upset you, but you also won't put up with someone's upset either. For example, passive-aggressive behavior. You're not going to put up with it. Or you're not going to put up with narcissistic behavior either. You're going to see right through it. It's like you've learnt from the past, obviously, okay? But you're putting it into practice, and it's just coming naturally. And more of this will, in turn, be moving forward for September. There's a lot of surprises in September usually, and things that are finishing up in our life. But also sometimes when it's Virgo season, we start focusing a little bit more on healing and health and reconstruction, igniting different parts of your life, and removing any false energies around you more completely, and collapsing this old stuff right down and opening up the new timeline for yourself and staying on it, okay, with your high vibe. So the other thing too is just doing little practices. For one, it's a really good idea if you just say to yourself, I am asking for a firewall all the way around me. The firewall can be white and gold, it can be purple, it can be red, whatever you want, whatever you feel comfortable with. And you ask for this circle of fire around you, your home, your car, everywhere that you go. And you can put around the outside of this firewall some mirrors. That means that any negative energy is going to be faced with itself. And you're asking that it be transmuted to positive energy, right? Or completely dissolved. Whatever it is that you want to do. I like to amplify or transform the energy and amplify it for positivity. Why not? So this way, when you have your firewall around, you are not going to attract any false energy because it's going to see itself and be recoiled, right? And at the same time, if something does step through this firewall for you, then you'll understand that it's something that you personally have to deal with, something that you personally need to take on, head on, even if you don't really want to. So for September, lots of resetting, lots of changes. Stick with people who are on the same vibe as you. If you lower your vibe, you're going to go down and have to catch yourself all the way back up again. Keep yourself to yourself. Make sure you're monitoring your energy. Turn your firewall on and just say field on. Okay? And this will really help you as you're going about, even on social media and digital stuff and working with your phones and working with equipment. If you hold your phone, for example, and you imagine all this beautiful gold coming into your phone like this, it manifests abundance, it manifests clarity, and it removes anything that's negative coming from your phone as well. So there are things that you can start to put in place. I will teach you some more as we go along. I hope to see you on my Patreon page or even on my memberships on YouTube as I work with you once a month, okay, personally and live with these flame codes. I will see you really soon.